Hey, this is Randy from BibleBuyingGuide.com. Today I'm taking a look at the Heirloom Thinline Bible in goatskin from Crossway, the ESV. See, it has 8-point type, black letter text, double column paragraph, concordance, full color maps, and lifetime guarantee. And this is made in the Netherlands by Royal Youngblood, and it does come with a nice little wrapping there. I like that. Box feels elegant. Everything about this Bible feels elegant. Nice goatskin. Hand-sized Bible. Let's go ahead and look at the sizing. We're looking at about 6 by 9 1/8 by an inch. So this is a good sized Bible. It is a true thin line, and it does match their regular thin line edition. It's just been made into an heirloom. Now, they didn't take the China block or anything like that and put a goatskin wrapper around it. This is the 28 GSM paper used in all of the heirloom editions. I think that's leather, a leather lining. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I believe it is. That looks like leather. But let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 spine ribs, raised spine ribs, and we have our text printed in gold. It looks like it's stamped in there. Nice grain, perimeter stitched. I love that grain. It's pretty flexible. Like I say, I do think that's leather. I'm not 100% sure. This feels thick. That's a thick piece of leather there. We have the gilt line around the inside, edge line. So that's what this little tab right here is for. Now this tab is a little stiff, just a little bit stiff. You can see it there. It's smooth sewn, of course. Let's see. We have 2 ribbons, unlike the other heirloom editions that have 4. This has 2. They're a little thicker than the others that I have too. Let's see, we have gold and black head tail bands. A little bit of a yap. You can see there, it's just a touch of a yap on this thing. It looks nice. Looks nice, feels nice. It's easy to open and hold open with one hand. No trouble at all. And of course, you can wrap this thing and fold it like a newspaper if you want to. It's not how I hold my Bibles. I don't like to hold it by the paper. That's just me. Nothing wrong with that if you do. It's just me. I don't like to hold by the paper. Now, it does stay open. Let's see. We got presentation pages. And then we get into the text. Like I say, this is the 28 GSM paper. It's highly opaque for how thin it is. It has a little bit of a coating, but it's not slippery. I don't have any issues turning it, as long as I'm not having trouble with my hands that day. If you're in your 50s, you might know what I'm talking about. Let's see, printed in the Netherlands. It is the 2016 ESV. But it does have this little hump here, but it does stay open. No issues at all. And see, I can turn these pages, no problem. No trouble. That's my favorite way of turning pages. I don't know why. I just grab 2 and separate them. But let's see, we have our double column text. And as you can see, I'm holding it open with one hand, no trouble. But we have our double column text. This is an 8-point font with a generous amount of what they call leading, the space between the lines. And then, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 8 to 10 words per line. I'd say around 9 on average, which would create beautiful poetry. But that's not 100% consistent here, and I'll show you in a minute. Footnotes are at the bottom, and they go all the way across. They're keyed with numbers. Now, these are small. These are a little bit difficult to see. The verse numbers themselves, they're not bold, but they do have some space around them. They do stand out a little bit. But if your goal is to find them quick, it might be a little bit more difficult in this one. Because sometimes you might mistake some of these other things as a verse number. So it's not the easiest to find verses, but it's not that difficult either. Then across the top we have page number in the center, and then the book name, chapter number, verse number on the outer margin. And I'll show you what I was talking about with Poetic Setting. As you can see, it goes all the way to the edge as far as possible, and then the next word is placed underneath, rather than breaking up the thoughts in phrases. Like this one's broken up in phrases. I like that better. It's not consistent all the way through. They could take better advantage of their word count. by breaking this up into phrases. My opinion. But it does look good. It's not line matched. There are lines that match, like right here, but it's not consistent all the way through. You can see here that the lines are not matching. But it doesn't really stand out to me that much. I guess it depends on the lighting. Some lighting it does stand out a little bit more than others. But I don't really find it that distracting. I wouldn't mind if it was line matched. But if I was going to line match a Bible, this wouldn't be the first one on my list. There are others that I would choose over this one if I could pick a Bible to line match. But it does look good where it does line match. Let's see, we got black letter, and then the section headings are a little bit bold. I wouldn't call them bold, semi-bold at best. And then they're in italic. The text itself is probably a medium darkness. It's highly consistent all the way through. And as you can see, we have red under gold art gilt edges. That red looks pretty good. And then in the back, we've got, let's see here, table of weights and measures, just a single page. Now you do find these in the footnotes also. And then we have concordance. This is a decent concordance. It's not a small concordance. It has 3 columns per page. A lot of material, a lot of things in here. Let's see. Let's just look at a few. I like to use God. Let's see what we got. Starts here and then finishes out almost half of that column, and then we go godliness, godly, gods. So quite a few. And let's see if we have names. Paul. So yep, we have names. I like a concordance to include names. Then after the concordance, we have several pages of blank paper, regular Bible paper, that you could use for notes. Not sure I would want to write on this paper, but it's there and you can. And then we have the standard ESV maps, and this is on a little bit shiny paper. World of the Patriarchs, Exodus from Egypt, 12 tribes of Israel. And as you can see, we have a little bit of topography, routes, possible routes, distance, places. There's not an index, but you can see that they do stand out mostly. Most of them stand out really well. Israel under Saul, David, and Solomon. Jerusalem, the time of Jesus. Palestine, the time of Jesus. Paul's first and second missionary journeys. And Paul's third missionary journey in his voyage to Rome. So let's weigh this thing. I find this Bible easy to carry, easy to hold, easy to read from. 1 pound, 7.4 ounces. So I like a lightweight Bible for holding for a long period of time, for reading for a long period of time, for carry. This is the kind of Bible I carry with me when I go in the car. So just hold it and read for a long period of time. No issues at all. And if I could change one thing, I wouldn't mind if it was line matched. But I don't find that distracting enough to not read from this. I have Bibles that I don't really like to read because it's not line matched. This is not one of those. I'll read from this one. So that's this review. This is part 1. Part 2, I'm going to take a look at several other Bibles, see how it compares. Crossway did provide this in exchange for an honest review. And stay tuned for part 2.